Okay, everyone, welcome to ARS Innovation 2026. It's great to be at the in Poland. Now, one thing I'd like to point out that today is our first day of our Innovation Summit. Our first international one. Last year we did it in the United States, and right now we're here in Poland. So I'd like to say that our missions for ARS Project 2036 is airspace signal command, detection, tracking, communication, and readiness. That is ARS Project 2036. And the countries involved in that is the United States, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Canada, Italy, India, Mexico, Poland, which we are in, Japan, Brazil, Sweden, South Korea, United Kingdom, Finland, Australia, France, Turkey, and South Africa. That is ARS Project 2026. And all the countries that will also be involved in the Project 2036. Now, what the jobs and positions that these countries hold for ARS projects and their speaker program for today, what their topics will be United States will be global radar network, Germany will be secure data fashion, desert radar for Saudi Arabia, Canada is Arctic airspace, Italy is Mediterranean coverage, India is space to ground, Mexico is connected skies, Poland is eastern readiness, which they need to be in. Precision tracking is Japan because they are Asian. They are Asia's besides South Korea. They are Asia's smart sensors. Precision tracking. Brazil is Amazon monitoring. That means down there in the Southern America, they are in charge of monitoring down there. Sweden is next gen detection. If we want to give our radar systems to different countries, they have to have positions and have to know how to, which is why we have our positions for them. South Korea is Asia's smart sensors. United Kingdom is Allied integration or something. Yeah, because they are the UK and they make up half of Europe's security network force. Finland is Northern reconnaissance. Australia is Pacific Reach because besides New Zealand, Australia holds U.S. power, U.S. radars, and they are in charge for down there in the Pacific power and protecting Hawaii. Besides the Hawaii Air National Guard and Hawaii National Guard and radar and Hawaii Radar Department and Protection Department. France is Center in Innovation. They hold a lot of Europe's radar systems and is almost has the same position as England because they have the radar systems and they are the most talked about and controversial of Europe, so they have that role as well. But Germany is the home of Ramstein. We're not that far away from them. We're not that far away. Ramstein Air Base there and Spangelbaum. I don't know how to say that, but our air base is there. They hold that for the U.S. forces in Europe. I think we did. Okay, Turkey is crossroads security because Turkey holds the crossroads. South Africa is continental because they are in charge. They are in charge of the whole continent of Africa. They are in charge of the whole continent of Africa. Now, the ARS project, ARS, Advanced Radar Systems Concept Program. Airspace Signal Command. Mission is creating connected radar network for airspace and emergency awareness core systems, ground radar, airborne sensors, satellite links, mission control, and our key goals: detect earlier, track smarter, share faster, and secure communication. The program phrases are research, testing, integration, and deployment. The ARS role and geez. Okay, that last slide you saw, that was a mistake. That was an accidental That was an accidental one. We didn't mean for that to be there. One of the people who made that last slide, they screwed that up. They put fictional. It was supposed to be unfictional up there, and it was not supposed to be scenario. That was for another slide. They screwed that up. When okay, they definitely screwed that one up. It was fixed. The word fictional up there was supposed to be unfictional, and the word scenario up there was for another slide. So they screwed that up. The ARS Project 2036. Now, as you've been asking, Saudi Arabia is part of this. They are part of Project 2030, and they have also become a project of 2036. Now, we go back up here, we will see that Saudi Arabia is part of the desert is part of the desert 206. Damn. Project 2036. Saudi Arabia is part of this. It's not supposed to be 206. I don't know what that is. Saudi Arabia is part of Project 2026, which is this year is almost over, but they are part of that of the protection for the Middle Eastern. Project 2036 holds a lot of continents, advanced radar systems, future network concept, which will become a future thing, which is real, and these slides hold more than you actually think. Mission: connect air, ground, and space sensors into one secure awareness system. Okay? Core's technology, AI assisted tracking, satellite links, airborne sensors, ocean surveillance. Our goals is earlier detection, faster alerts, wider coverage, secure data sharing. Timeline 2027 research. We need that for this next year coming up. As this year comes to an end, we've achieved a lot since my nomination. And 2030 prototype, new aircraft, new drone testing, missile testing, bombing testing, radar testing. 2033 integration. That means launching things into space. New satellites, new satellite technology that no one thought was possible, which we are currently working on right now. And for me being 11-year-old and me being part of this is crazy. New satellite radars, new monitoring satellites for other countries that we can sell to other countries. 2036 project year, which we launch our technology, which is a coincidence because 6 years earlier, in 2030, we launch our prototype, and in 6 years later we launch. That's the plan for about 10 years from now. And our prototype launch date is only 4 years from now. But our confirmed launch date is in 10 more years. And of course, I will not be secretary by then. But right now, I'm leaving the concept for the other secretaries and other leaders of this department to take and use if they need it, to use it to what they need. Now, as you see on this slide, those lasers you see, Hawaii holds the ground missile system. Canada, Alaska, all the way to Greenland. From Alaska to the bits of Canada to Greenland. From America to Europe. From Europe to South America. From South America to Africa. And Africa to Asia. And from Asia to Australia. And our satellite coverage of all this happening. Now, global radar systems, global technology is our biggest thing that we are trying to get right now. We are trying to get as many countries as we could, so when we need them, they'll be right there, and they have all the systems we built, and we'll have it ready for them in about 10 more years. One network, multiple domains. verified information, all unfictional, all real, and soon enough, all existing. Now, picture this scenario. If there is a hurricane or a tornado in the Pacific region, the biggest we've ever had, no one's ever seen bigger than this. And keep in mind, for later, this is a scenario. If the U.S. Air Forces and the U.S. Technology Department, which is not us, but is a whole nother department that we work with, if their technology fails to pick up the data that they need to watch this hurricane and to see where it goes and to hopefully be able to stop it. And to stop that, we are developing lasers, which should be working in 10 to 15 more years. Now, if we're building that technology to be able to use when that happens, we'll be the only department besides defense and state which will have the technology ready to use to be able to track that hurricane, that tornado. Or maybe if you think about it and go much wider or bigger, tracking things in space like planets moving, stars moving, supernovas, solar eclipses, asteroids that are coming, and we can see it and we know what to do with it, which is NASA's job. But we are also teaming up with NASA. We team up with big organizations to try to help them and give them more technology to be able to use. And if there's anything big, we should be able to stop it or to be able to see it and tell the people who do stop it to do it. And something that is another scenario. If North Korea wants to launch a nuke at any country, it could be the US, it could be the UK, it could be Canada, Australia, or even China. And China comes to us wanting help. China comes and they want help. And we have we should have the technology to give them to track the nuke before they launch it. Or better yet, to stop it. Using a powerful laser to redirect the bomb, the nuclear warhead, to a different area. But one thing we can't do with other countries, with non-allied countries, what we like to call it. So, Lord. Okay. So, we do not want to give us too much of our allied technology to non-allied countries because they can use it against us, which is something that is obvious and everybody knows about. We don't want to give it out. We do not want to give that out. We give it out to allies, which we've been trusting for the last century and for the last decade. Now, this picture is just outside. Now, would you believe that this picture is real? Would you believe the screens that they have out there? We can go back out there. The screens they have out there, they had it. We sent the thing to them, and they had it where we could put our Innovation Summit poster up there so everyone knows. And a lot of people came to this. A lot of people in this room. But this is a Congress Center, so a lot of people are here for different reasons. Some are here for our summit, some are here just to go to work, and they have another meeting they're doing in 2 more rooms down. They have another meeting they're doing 2 rooms down. Would you believe it? Yeah. The ARS mission. Advanced Radar Systems. Connect, detect, inform, and protect. Build a trusted radar network that connects air, ground, sea, space, weather, and emergency teams. which is basically what we are doing in the Iranian war right now. Airspace awareness, monitor aircraft and unusual activity. Weather monitoring, track track severe storms and changing conditions. Search and rescue, support emergency teams with verified location. Now, this is a collaboration with the U.S. Coast Guard. Secure communications, share reliable information between authorized teams. Innovation, develop smarter sensors and faster alerts. Global coordination, connect and partner through verified data, whatever. Or data, whatever. Okay. Accurate information and faster response. Now, sorry. This is a project that we are working on right now. This is a project that we are working on, which will take place by 2029. It's a CH-47 Chinook in the Marine One delivery. Or better yet, the press transport backup surveillance aircraft livery, which will take the MV-22 Osprey's place. And this is a project. This is Project State, which will take place eventually. The United States Marine Corps, will buy Chinooks from the Army and use these for transport. And yet, now, this next project, this came true. This one is a real one, and it is not unfictional. The EC-135 Marine One transformation has happened. Now it is being used. This last one, the Chinook, and this, the Chinook, and this. This one we use a lot for my transport, Secretary's transport, and the President's transport. We use this one a lot, and it has become a non-fictional aircraft. Now, while we are at it, we also made another slide involving this new helicopter, but